Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Alexis Bellino and Janssen have officially tied the knot, and their ceremony is being described by those who attended as nothing short of whimsical, romantic, and overflowing with emotion. When two people come together after finding love in unexpected circumstances, there's always an added layer of magic, and that was certainly the case here. Their wedding was more than just a union. It was a celebration of timing, destiny, and the blending of two paths that once seemed to be going in entirely different directions but eventually converged into one. The ceremony itself was the kind of event people will remember for years. Guests weren't just attending a wedding. They were stepping into an atmosphere carefully crafted to feel intimate yet grand, playful yet deeply meaningful, and entirely reflective of Alexis and John's personalities. From the moment people arrived, it was clear that this wasn't going to be a traditional, overly stiff occasion. Instead, the couple leaned into a sense of charm and whimsy, blending elegance with lighthearted details that kept everyone smiling from start to finish. Alexis, known for her appearances on The Real Housewives of Orange County, walked down the aisle with a look that managed to capture both glamour and warmth. Her gown was a showstopper, featuring intricate detailing that sparkled beneath the soft ceremony lighting. But what made it truly stand out wasn't just the fabric or the design, it was the way Alexis wore it. Her confidence, her joy, and the clear happiness radiating from her expression transformed the gown into something more than a dress. It became a symbol of a fresh chapter, one that she was stepping into with full heart and certainty. John, meanwhile, couldn't take his eyes off her. Those who witnessed the moment say that as Alexis made her entrance, John's entire demeanor shifted. The man who is often composed and grounded suddenly looked overcome with emotion, and it was obvious he was taking in every second as though he wanted to imprint it permanently in his memory. Standing at the altar, he looked both proud and humbled, clearly ready to start this new journey side by side with Alexis. The setting of the ceremony was just as important as the vows themselves. The couple chose a venue that allowed them to lean into a fairy tale atmosphere without ever feeling too staged or artificial. Think lush florals that seemed to spill naturally from every corner, twinkling lights that created a glow over the space, and a color palette that balanced soft romantic tones with lively bursts of vibrancy. Guests described it as stepping into a dreamlike world, where every little detail invited them deeper into the couple's love story. One of the most striking parts of the wedding was how much it reflected Alexis and John's journey together. Rather than sticking rigidly to tradition, they wove personal touches into the ceremony. The vows, for example, were heartfelt and original. Instead of simply repeating words that many couples use, Alexis and John spoke from their own experiences, referencing moments that defined their relationship and promising not just loyalty and love, but also laughter, adventure, and resilience. There were tears, there was laughter, and there was a sense in the air that everyone was witnessing something deeply authentic. The reception carried forward the whimsical spirit, seamlessly blending sophistication with fun. Guests were treated to an atmosphere that felt like a continuation of the ceremony's magic, but with the added energy of celebration. Tables were adorned with enchanting centerpieces, candlelight, and carefully chosen details that kept the dreamy ambience alive. But what stood out most wasn't the decor, it was the mood. People weren't just celebrating a wedding. They were celebrating a love that had managed to blossom in a way few expected. Music filled the evening, keeping spirits high. The couple's first dance was an emotional moment, with Alexis and John holding each other close as if no one else was in the room. As the song played, you could see the quiet conversations between them, the smiles that passed, and the small touches that showed just how deeply connected they are. It wasn't choreographed perfection, it was real, raw, and so much more beautiful because of it. As the night went on, the celebration only grew more vibrant. Friends and family joined the dance floor, laughter echoed throughout the venue, and everywhere you looked, there were people genuinely enjoying the union of two souls who had finally found their perfect match. The speeches added another layer of emotion, with friends and loved ones sharing heartfelt stories, moments of humor, and expressions of joy for the couple's future together. Each word spoken reinforced the sense that this marriage wasn't just about Alexis and John, It was about the community of love and support surrounding them. Of course, the whimsical theme carried through to the finer details. The cake, for example, wasn't just a dessert. It was a centerpiece all on its own, designed to mirror the enchantment of the evening. Multiple tiers decorated with elegant yet playful touches made it feel almost too beautiful to cut into. But when Alexis and John shared that moment together, playfully feeding each other bites of cake, it reminded everyone that beneath all the beauty and spectacle, what really mattered was the joy and partnership they shared. The guest list included faces both familiar and beloved, particularly from Alexis's past in the reality TV world. While there's always curiosity about who might show up and how dynamics might unfold, the atmosphere stayed firmly rooted in positivity. Everyone present seemed genuinely invested in celebrating Alexis and John without distraction, setting aside any past dramas to focus on the happiness of the couple. That in itself was a testament to how strong the love between these two is. It pulled everyone into alignment with the joy of the occasion. One of the most memorable aspects of the entire event was how personal it felt, even though it was undeniably glamorous. Sometimes weddings can become more about the spectacle than the couple, but here, every flourish, every detail, and every decision is tied back to who Alexis and John are together. That's what made it resonate so deeply with guests and why people are still talking about it after the fact. This marriage represents not only a new beginning, but also a chance to embrace love in a way that feels different from before. Having experienced the ups and downs of public relationships, she stepped into this union with wisdom and perspective. Her openness to love again, combined with John's steady presence, created a foundation strong enough to weather anything. Those who know her say she's glowing with a kind of happiness that can't be faked, the kind that only comes when someone feels truly seen and appreciated. John, on the other hand, has found in Alexis a partner who brings out both his playful side and his grounded nature. Together, they strike a balance that's hard to miss. Where Alexis brings sparkle and spontaneity, John adds stability and depth, and the combination creates a partnership that feels whole. Their love story isn't about perfection. It's about complementing each other's strengths and supporting each other's vulnerabilities. As the night drew to a close, the couple made sure their farewell was just as enchanting as their entrance. Rather than simply slipping away, they orchestrated a send-off that kept the spirit of whimsy alive. Whether it was sparklers lighting up the night sky or a romantic exit that looked straight out of a fairy tale, the end of the evening carried the same magic as every moment before it. Guests left not only with memories of a stunning wedding, but also with the impression that they had been part of something genuinely extraordinary. The significance of this union goes beyond just the ceremony itself. For fans who have followed Alexis's journey over the years, seeing her find happiness again is a reminder that love can arrive in unexpected ways and at unexpected times. It's a story about second chances, about opening your heart despite past heartbreaks, and about embracing joy when it comes your way. For John, it's about finding someone who understands both his public and private life, and who chooses to walk beside him in both the beautiful and the difficult moments. As people look back on the wedding, one phrase keeps surfacing again and again: whimsical. That word captures not only the decor and the atmosphere, but also the feeling of the day. It was light, it was joyful, and it was filled with a kind of playful romance that made everyone feel like they were part of a storybook moment. In a world where weddings can sometimes feel formulaic or predictable, Alexis and John managed to create something truly one of a kind. Moving forward, the couple is stepping into married life with excitement and optimism. Their wedding was a reflection of their love story, but it's just the beginning. Now, they'll have the chance to continue building a life together, one filled with the same sense of fun, magic, and authenticity that defined their big day. And if their wedding was any indication, that life is going to be anything but ordinary. For now, though, what stands out most is the way Alexis and John celebrated their love in a way that was unapologetically theirs. They didn't try to fit into anyone else's mold or live up to anyone else's expectations. Instead, they created a wedding that felt true, meaningful, and unforgettable. That choice not only made for a stunning event, but also set the tone for the kind of marriage they'll share, one rooted in joy, individuality, and, of course, a little bit of whimsy. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.